Spring is the beginning of new. New flowers, new people, new experiences. To me, I had a bunch of new experiences up until, the stalemate I had after I got my apartment. And, I'm grateful for my apartment, I'm grateful for my job, but, you know, I got to keep the wheels turning. And that's what I'm doing. So, yeah. When I went back to the city, I had to deal with my own couple problems. Local crackheads like this one. Someone broke into my car too, and then, still have the same problems with parking and whatnot. But I'm making the best of it, like I said, exploring the city, meeting new people, and making the best of what I got. Had my own problems when, late spring came along to get my AC since, I live in one of those old Victorian apartments. Over 100, my building's over 100 years old, people. So definitely had to had the AC up and running in there for the springtime. Another thing that came along was politics. Brian Stack, probably one of the most corrupt people I've ever seen in power. Mayor 20 years, also a senator, had no opponents but used up all the taxpayer money to promote his campaign for what? I don't know. So decided to get away from it all, headed back to Florida, met up with a couple friends. De-stress from the city for a little bit. You know, night and day difference between living there and then living here. I could go out for a drive in the middle of the night and free my mind. Here, no. Good luck finding a spot again. And just chill at any time of the day. Really just go to the beach, hang out in your backyard on the hammock if you want to late at night. You can't do that here. I can see why people go crazy in their own type of way, in their own, I guess, spot in the crazy spectrum. It's a different type of crazy here than it is in Florida. In Florida, I say it's, Florida man crazy. You got your random moments, but deep down, you're still coherent in there somewhere. But over here, you think you're coherent and you're in control, but you're fucking not. Just a sheep consumer barcode. Florida man might be crazy and a cracker, but at least he's in control of what specifically. I can't give you the answer, but I know that he's in control of his own free will. People here think they're in control, but they're not. They're just all barcodes from what I've seen over here. From the way they vote to the way they carry themselves out, it's very self-centered. I guess you could look at the memes on the internet and pretty much tell you how someone in New York will probably help you out and call you an asshole, but
that party,
someone in Florida, be nice to you but won't help you out, which I think is true. From what I've seen from the real Floridians, they'll help you out and they won't give you a hard time about it. Those are mostly transplants from New York that are the assholes down there. The world almost ended too. I don't know what the hell they bombarded the city with. One day, just everything turned orange. A lot of weird stuff goes on in the city. Like you see heavy military aircraft flying all the time over there. It's really just one big matrix over here. But like, I do have my moments of fun though. Like, it's one thing to see things in videos or movies or the internet, But it's another thing to witness it in real life. I can't vouch for that for sure. Um, a lot of people have this idea now that the internet is so easily accessible. They know everything that goes on in the world, but you don't even have like 10% of what goes on somewhere if you're not actually there. Um, to fully comprehend something, you have to witness it firsthand. Like, as the saying goes, believe half of what you hear and know what you see. Well, I don't think I can vouch for the propaganda and the push for the agenda throughout the country is definitely centered here. Whether it be from LGBTQ push onto children or the push of socialism through small, I guess, breadcrumbs that they give you in some sense labeled as freedom, whether it be legalizing marijuana or providing public housing, free public housing, quote unquote, or what they did with the vaccines too. I remember there was such a scare tactic here where they would, I don't know how they did it, but they would like spam your phone. Like, I never got this in Florida. They would spam your phone with COVID alerts in your area, like constantly, and the radio. Every one in four advertisement on the radio was a jab advertisement. They really pushed the propaganda over here for the vaccine heavy. And then like the locals that I talked to here, their depiction of Florida was like half the state was dead. It amazed me how effective the propaganda was up here. And like I said, you have to witness things firsthand. It's really scary. To me personally, my opinion, I think we're too far gone. I think like right now you gotta buckle down. SHTF, honestly. It's happening. The world doesn't end with a bang, but with a whimper. So these things happen slowly, but you could do your own to try to stop it. I would honestly just start prepping, move somewhere out in the country, away from it all. And just, as slowly as things start to get worse, try to make things better for yourself. I mean, the world really ends with you and how you let things get to you. We've had hard times before. I honestly think we still have some similar hope left if we really all just start working as a collective to just not let the fear get to us. Just live on with our lives, continue going out, being with friends, being with family, getting together, and just not letting fear rule our lives. Those who trade freedom for safety deserve neither, as Benjamin Franklin would say. This country is great, man. I don't want to see it plummet any further into the dystopia it's headed to. Like, it's starting to get gray hairs now. Like, I don't think it's because I'm getting older. I'm only 27, but me thinking about these things every day. Everything moves so fast nowadays, so it's always something new every other day. But you could really only control what happens today. What happened yesterday happened, and what happens tomorrow is uncertain. What matters is now. What matters is that you make a well-determined decision to start improving your life for the better. Whether that means having to leave your girlfriend and move to a whole nother state like I did, literally leave everything behind, friends, family, but just make sure you make a decision that helps you out in the long run. You're only 25, 24, 27 once in your life. And then you have the rest of your life. If that makes any sense. Basically, what I'm trying to tell you is you're going to be older for a longer time than you're going to be young. So use all the energy you have now to enjoy the moments you can and really lay down a solid foundation for the future. Yeah, man, just, in the process, enjoy. It's not everything like, I know like hustle culture is big right now and like it's work, 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 but no, man. You can balance the two things out. You can have your fun times, you can have your good times, and you can have your, struggle times, and times where you have to work hard and really like lock in. You can make time for both. The saying goes for the self-improvement propaganda now too. In my opinion, that's propaganda too. You can make room for both. Everything in life, in my opinion, like I've always said, is a balance. Everything is in a balance. You gotta have a balanced diet, with what you eat. Balance, party lifestyle, I guess. When you have your fun and then you have your time to study or you have your time to work. Everything in life is a balance. How much, love and affection you could give someone. And how much, you gotta let them do their own thing. Everything is a balance. That's I'd say one of the biggest things I've learned in my 27 years of life. And then just be honest as much as you can. Be honest with yourself. If you're not honest now, at some point be honest to a person. Because nothing's worse than, living a lie. Be honest to yourself. Be truthful to yourself. And love yourself. May God help us all. And y'all have a good one. Take care now.